Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming yet another cast member of the 1989 classic children's sketch comedy show Encyclopedia, Carol Schindler. About a month ago, I had Jim Fife on, and now I got Carol Schindler coming on. She was a very funny lady on the show. She played a wide range of different characters on the show. I'm having her on this show today to talk about that. She also did stand-up comedy because Carol Schindler, she's always been, to me, one of the most underrated comedians in the world and performers, from watching that show. And I think it's about time she got her podcast due. So, here is my interview with Carol Schindler. Hey, Carol.
Hey, hi. I have you on speakerphone. Is that okay? I don't know about the sound.
That's perfect because I got you on speakerphone too.
I don't know a whole lot about you, Tommy. Fill me in on how long have you been doing this? I looked at your website, and you've done a whole bunch of these.
Oh yes, I've been doing this 2 years. After coming off of a car accident, I started a podcast, and I've been so very lucky with the people I've gotten.
Yeah, were you badly injured?
Oh yeah, I was not supposed to make it. I was in a coma for 30 days.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's funny how that happens, isn't it? How sometimes things that look like they're really, really bad somehow turn life around and something really, really good happens.
Yes, absolutely. And I've been doing stand-up comedy on and off for 13 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, as I told you, mostly, my comedy, when you get to it, mostly, I was a founding member of Chicago City Limits. That's an improv group.
Right.
So my history was comedy, and I didn't do any stand-up, but through improv, it's all sort of like in that path leading up to what I'm doing now, which is something entirely different that I will share to you when you ask me the questions. So is there anything you wanted to ask me before we start, or do we just start, or how do we do this?
Oh, I just start asking the questions, and there's nothing I want to ask in advance, really.
Okay. All right. I'm good.
So I'm very disappointed in IMDb.com because I could not find any information on you. So I'll be asking you things that I'll be hearing for the first time.
Okay. Well, that's because I haven't done that much. I mean, I tried to give you a heads up on that. I did Encyclopedia. That's the main thing that I did. I mean, I did commercials and little bit pieces, but I mostly did improvisational comedy, and then moved away from that to working with becoming a speech coach and a speech writer and stuff like that. So always teaching improv, always using improv in everything I did. But that's why that must have taught me. Is that all right? I mean, if you want to back out of this, I would understand.
Oh no, I'm sure you got some good stories.
I do.
I could have swore you did stand up though for some reason. I don't know why.
No, never did stand up.
Okay. Well, it's such an honor. I thank you for taking the time today, and I will begin.
Okay.
So, going back in time, did you fall in love with performing early on?
Oh, God, yes. I was always a performer. When I was a kid, I was always putting on shows for everybody that I would create. I would write my own shows, and I did as much performance when I was a kid as I could. So I did neighborhood plays with people that we created. Sometimes we did plays that somebody else had found, and we decided to do them. But I was always a performer. performer, always had kind of that in my blood. And when I got into high school, I did the plays, and I also was on the debate team and did stuff like that. But I was always performing in one way or another.
Mm-hmm. Were you the class clown?
I was. I was voted the funniest senior girl.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, right. Most people are most likely to succeed. I was the funniest senior girl. Yeah, I was always doing something in some way. So.
Did you watch comedy on the Ed Sullivan Show, The Tonight Show growing up?
I did. I was in love, of course, not very many women love the Three Stooges, but I love the Three Stooges. I was always Abbott and Costello, the Three Stooges. I know I'm aging myself now, but that's what I was. After school, the Three Stooges were on all the time. I used to love that. And, I loved Carol Burnett. I loved Lucille Ball, all of those comedy shows. And I think that those Carol Burnett and Lucille Ball really had an influenced me to try my hand at comedy. And still, those two are my favorites.
Yeah. Oh my God. My dad and I were huge Three Stooges fans.
I know. The Three Stooges were great. And if you on New Year's Eve now, you can watch marathons of the Three Stooges. If you ever go on a New Year's Eve night.
Oh yeah, we got that too sometimes over here in California, and you're one of like two ladies I know who are Three Stooges fans. I don't know what it is that only men like them. I don't know.
I don't know. Women don't tend to be as goofy, but I definitely have a goofy strain in me. I enjoyed that kind of humor.
Yeah. Did you watch the Carol Burnett Show?
All the time. I've just heard recently that they're re-showing those, and I've been needing to go and watch them again, because they were just, with Tim Conway and the whole cast that she had, it was so funny. So yeah, they were great.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And with Tim Conway's recent death happening, that was just way too soon. I mean, I know he was old, but it was just way too soon, that guy.
Yes, yeah. I think he actually had dementia, so he was, that's why we haven't heard from him lately. But yeah, that was sad.
Mm-hmm.
The comics to me is always tragic, because the world needs to laugh, don't we?
Yeah. So who were your comedy heroes growing up that you idolized?
Well, other than, Lucille Ball and Carol Burnett, definitely those two. But I didn't, it was more the situational comedy things. I didn't watch that much stand-up when I was growing up. I watched more shows I could watch. So that was it. But as I grew older, then of course I loved watching some of the comedy shows. Saturday Night Live I was always watching that when I.
Oh yeah, I'm a big
came to being that kind of situational comedy stuff. It was always fun. But the sketch comedy on that was a riot, and that I felt a real affinity for. I really wanted to be that kind of a comic, I guess. Which is why I think I moved more into improv rather than stand-up. I gravitated more toward the ensemble, toward working with a group of people to make the comedy happen. And I think that was from watching those shows when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So after high school, did you go to college for theater?
I went to college and I was in speech communications. I did a little bit of theater in college. In college is where I learned about improvisation, and so that was much more interesting to me. Always the creating of something from nothing, and that is really where I wanted to put my emphasis. So in college, the theater department was. I didn't really fall into that much. I took all my classes there, but I wasn't into the whole acting scene. I was always much more interested in comedy. I just didn't know how to get there from where I was in college, so I didn't do much of that stuff. I was a late bloomer, basically. So it wasn't until I was after college and that I moved to Chicago,
mm-hmm.
where I started studying at Second City with Del Close.
Oh,
That was where I really got my, improv training. Until then, I dabbled with things. I tried. I took some classes. I did some mime, believe it or not. I tried anything that I could really come my way. But it wasn't until I got to Second City that I went, oh my God, this is so who I am and what I love, that all came alive for me.
wow. Who else was there when you were at Second City?
Well, I was there studying at Second City the same time that John Belushi was there, and that Jim was
Oh,
there. So John Belushi had already moved on and was doing stuff, but I wasn't in the cast. Remember, I was in the classes.
yeah.
So that was a whole different thing, and so we formed Chicago City Limits, the group that I was a founding member of, out of the workshops at Second City. We were studying with Doug Close, as I said, who was the guru of improv at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to form our own group. And so we did. And we studied and performed all around Chicago for a while. And then we decided we needed to move to New York because Chicago had Second City. They didn't need us. They had their own improv group.
Yeah.
We kind of wanted to strike out on our own and be our own entity. So we all got into a van and moved to New York. We did a lot of touring. We traveled to Las Vegas and performed there. We went to California and performed. That's where we met Robin Williams. Actually, we performed at the Comedy Store in
Hollywood.
In Hollywood, yeah, which was great. And those comedy clubs back then, they didn't like improv that much. They were into the stand-ups, which is natural.
Right.
So we had to fight our way into any kind of comedy club and to be doing a little, 15-minute set of improv. But we were successful. We did all of the clubs in New York, and we did the Comedy Store. And like I said, that was when we met. We performed with Robin Williams at that point. That's when we met him for the first time. And then in Vegas, we performed at a lot of the clubs in Vegas at the time. And like the Jockey Club had us there for a couple of weeks and put us up, and we did stuff like that. So then what we decided to do was go back to Chicago now because Second City was there, and they didn't need us. So we moved lock, stock, and barrel to New York City. And we just kind of said, okay, we're going to go to the comedy clubs and get time there, which, you know how hard that is. It's like, what? And so we performed at all of the. I don't think the improv let us in, but we were regulars at Catch, and we did the comic strip,
Mm-hmm.
and we were at Dangerfield a lot.
Wow.
And until we opened our own theater, which is when we could really, do a show, an improv show that was an hour and a half long, or however long it was, and with an intermission and do the whole thing. So we worked really hard to get to that place. So we didn't have to rely on the clubs anymore, but we would do our own theater. And that was when I think we really took off. That was when the New York Times gave us a review, and we became well known, and we began to have packed houses. But we worked hard at that. We really, can you work hard at improv? Yes, you can, because improv is, although we really did pure improv, we took suggestions and created stuff on the spot, but yet the rules of improv are such that, the principles of improv help you to create something from nothing if you follow those principles. And so that's what our rehearsals were. How can we do this better? How can we be more available? How can we be more present in the moment and allow this creative thing to kind of take off?
Yeah, I've talked to several members of the Groundlings, and when they started, they were part of Gary Austin's workshop at the Comedy Store. They were called the Comedy Store Players, and when they were first performing, they were performing in a warehouse with no chairs. There was pillows on the ground.
I know, it's crazy, but improv, what it does is such a dynamic entertainment field, because you are partners with the audience, and you create together a performance. And when that all comes together, there's nothing like that feeling. And the audience feels it too, because they're a part of it. They've taken part in this thing erupts on stage. And so there's really nothing like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you were at the at Second City, was Ann Ryerson in your class?
Yeah, Ann Ryerson?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not that I know of.
she was part of the company at that time. Yeah, I talked to her a couple months ago.
I know her name. I don't know her, but I probably have seen her. She was part of the company because I used to go to all their shows. Yeah, I was like a junkie then, watching everything.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, all those improv groups, they all started very small. That one improv group Jane Curtin was in, the Proposition. They started in the back room of a bakery.
Yes. Yeah. You work anywhere that they'll put you.
Yeah.
We did this. We used to perform at Kovac Comedy Club in Chicago, in one of the suburbs of Chicago, and it had been a strip bar. So the stage was behind the bar, and it was all mirrored. And try to do improv, and the people would throw popcorn at us. It was wild. And Judy to do it.
Yeah.
And what was her husband's name?
Emo Phillips.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had so much fun. It was wild. But, we would go anywhere that would put us up, basically, because we wanted to perform. And so, be it Kovac Comedy Cove or sometimes a street fair, we'd go out and perform at street fairs in New York City, which was always wild. You never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
We would go to colleges and do shows in front of rowdy audiences anytime that we could. So, and you know how it is. That's like because you've done stand-up, you get your chops really working in front of those live audiences, and that's where the energy is. That's where the juice is that live performance kind of stuff, and that's really where you learn your craft.
Yeah.
So that when you get on stage, anything could happen and you'd be okay. I don't think with improv is that way. I don't know if it's that way with stand-up, but
it can. It can be.
Yeah, it can be, yes, because I have seen, there are some stand-up comics, like Jim Brogan, actually, because Jim Brogan was the guy who worked the house. He worked, his comedy was all asking people questions and riffing off of his stuff. He was brilliant at that. Mm-hmm. He really co-created his performance with that audience. And his dynamic was different because he would do that. I used to think I thought he was brilliant. He was such a nice guy, too.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. He only does interviews in person. He doesn't like to do them over the phone, so I haven't interviewed him, but I do know him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, go knock on his door. You live in California. He's still in California, right?
Yeah.
knock on his door and tell him I said that you could do that.
Okay.
That's not going to get you anywhere. I haven't seen him for many, many years, but he's a really great guy.
Yeah, he's a lot like that character he played on Mork and Mindy, that angel. Yeah.
Mork and Mindy, wow. What a show that was.
Yeah.
So we did know Robin, and when he came to New York, and he would come and do shows with us on the weekends, especially when he was shooting Moscow and the Husband.
Mm-hmm.
He would come, and he would love to perform. So we would wait. We did a parody of a Shakespeare play. We'd get a suggestion from the audience and freeze the action, and then ask the audience how the scene should continue. But we would do it as a Shakespearean play. So one of us would start and do a soliloquy. The queen her kingdom is in jeopardy. She needs to be rescued, and we'd ask the audience who's going to rescue her, and they would say the tailor from down in the village. And so then Robin Williams would make this entrance as the tailor, and the audience had no idea he was there. And it was like this wave of recognition that would just, bam, hit the stage, and and then they would break out in wild applause.
Yeah.
And so then what happened to us is that we became known that Robin would come and sit in with us. So then our weekends would become packed because everybody was waiting for Robin. And of course, they were crazy disappointed if he didn't show up. And we never
Yeah.
He would just come in. Sometimes he'd come at the beginning of the show and then do 2 shows with us. Sometimes he'd walk in the middle of the show and then just pop out on stage. So you never knew when that was going to happen. But that was great fun working with him, and I still agree with that man. He was not only a genius comedically, but a very, very nice person.
Yeah, one of my biggest regrets was never meeting him. And I was doing stand up in San Francisco for 10 years, and I so many people I knew knew him and stuff, but I never got to because I wasn't that committed to stand up, and it's one of my biggest regrets.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's he was something else. Yeah, I think it's 10 years since he passed away. So, it's been 10
5.
Years? I just saw something recently.
5 years.
5 years, yes. 10 years for somebody else.
I know it seems like it's been 10 years though, but yeah.
Yeah, it was 5 years. Yeah, just 5. Yeah, what am I thinking? Oh, anyway. So we also had this thing, which I think you will be doing because you're a comic. On Friday nights, we'd bring a comic in. We would do the first act of our show, and then we would begin the second act with a comic, and the comic would do their set. They would do like a 20-minute set, 20 to 30-minute set. That was part of our act. And then after the set, we would do improv with that, with the comic, which was always great fun. And we put them through the pages and help them out because they didn't know how to do improv, so we worked with them. Some were better than others. But every Friday night we would do that, so we got to know a lot of comics really well. And don't ask me their names right now because I'm so bad at remembering everybody. But everybody did it. So we worked with most of the comics during that time. That's how I know Kathy Ladman and Peter Ruster and Paul Reiser and Jerry Seinfeld and Michael Hampton Kane, who you probably don't remember, but he's passed away since, but he was a wonderful comic at that time. And so all that, Steve Schieffer, all those comics that were around during that time all would come in and do some work with us. It was great fun.
Probably Don Myrera.
Oh, Don Myrera, what a great guy he is.
Yeah. He's a funny guy.
But he was doing improv too,
Yeah, he started out in improv.
Yes, exactly, yeah. And he was with James Rucker and some other people. That was the name of not First Amendment. They were. I can't remember the name of the group. Like it had a subway name, like the IRT or something. But anyway, they were in New York when we first came to New York, so we kind of got to know them.
Mm-hmm. Did you know Susie Essman?
I didn't know Susie Essman. I think I've met Susie Essman. Just, oh my God, what a sister she is. Yeah. I love her in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have run into Susie. I didn't know her well. I would have loved to have met her better because she's really something else.
Yeah, she's funny. So how did Encyclopedia come into your life?
Oh, well, that was, I auditioned for it. Actually, I did the pilot. And the pilot was like the year before, and I had done the pilot, and the pilot went over well. And then they called me up again to do the real thing, Encyclopedia. And so the cast was different when we did the real show. But what a great cast that was. And I know that you've talked to Jim Fife.
Yep.
And Jim Fife is the best storyteller. He would keep us laughing for hours telling us stories. So I'll listen to him your show with Jim Fife because I'm sure he told you wonderful stories.
Oh yeah, he did.
And Faith and David Sperry and Ethel Eichenberger. It was a great crew.
Yeah, I watched this show every day before school for like 2 or 3 years when I was a kid, and I was always looking forward to it every morning. I looked forward to it more than going to school.
That's great to hear because you put that out there and then you don't always get a lot of feedback. We had hoped that would continue that maybe they would do another season of that, but they never did. So it's really nice to hear that
Oh yeah.
Somebody likes it.
It was like Saturday Night Live with educational values.
Yeah. What did you like about it? What grabbed you the most? What did you?
I just,
Did it was funny or?
yeah, it was funny. I just liked how you guys worked together. I loved the characters, the accents, just the whole situations to like, teaching kids about, a different subject.
Yeah, in a funny way. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a very good time working on that show, as you can imagine. And some of the costumes, were intense because they were, like I had to play Mama Chipmunk, and they had the life mask made, and teeth made, and haunches made, all to fit my body.
I asked Jim this, and he had no idea. Do you know what was the writing process on the show like?
We weren't the writers. We were just the performers. But I know that the writers were, no, I really don't. I think that they were a combination of Sesame Street writers and other writers that would come up with it. And I think that we met the writers on occasion, but we never, worked out with writers. I think that the writers came and kind of took a look at the cast and then kind of wrote for that cast after a while.
Mm-hmm.
But we really didn't have anything to do with the writing process. Too bad, because I think we would have been pretty funny. I know Jim writes, I write, David Sperry, I definitely know writes. So
Yeah.
That's too bad they didn't let us be a part of that process. I
Yeah.
would love it.
Yeah, I thought David Sterry was so talented. He should have been a huge star.
Yes, yeah. Everybody was talented.
Oh, yeah. But David Sterry, though, oh my God, he was so versatile.
Very versatile, very handsome, and very funny. And he's the book doctor now. He helps people to write books. You could probably find him. I think he lives in L.A.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out. And Ethel, he died right after the show ended.
Yes, unfortunately he did.
Oh.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite sketches? Because I do.
I love, believe it or not, the Einstein sketch. I wasn't even in it.
Einstein.
Einstein sketch. That's somehow sticks in my mind. Some of the sketches that I watched, I actually really like. The ones that I was in, I love. Sometimes they would, with Ethel, they would let Ethel play women. So I said, well, if Ethel's going to play women, then maybe I could play men. And so every once in a while, they let me play a man's role. And I was a man's role when they did the sketch on Darwin. I was a sailor, just a side comedy sidekick there. But it was a man's role. I was playing the man. That was fun. There was one sketch I did with Jim Fife where there was the water sketch, and they kept throwing water at me.
I kind of remember that.
A hard time not laughing. And of course, every time they had to do another take, I had to go and put on a new wig and a new costume and a new thing, and then I'd come back and then we did the water sketch. That was fun. The sketches where we worked with puppeteers were always, because it was children's television workshop. So the Muppets, the guys who ran all the Muppets, we got to work with them.
Oh.
That was great fun, working with a puppeteer. Like even when I was Mama Chipmunk? Where was I? No, it was a skunk. I was a skunk.
Yes.
They had tail. And so that guy who was my tail, I was performing, and he was like right up my butt with that tail. And so every time I moved, there was this guy who was really literally attached to my butt. So I had to move a certain way. You don't even think of those things. And then we're on platforms because he's got to be below us.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff was so much fun to work with. And whenever there was a live animal or one of the puppeteers, great fun, and a lot of work to get those things to work at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Faith had to work with the chimps. It was a Tarzan thing. I don't know if you remember any of those sketches.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It was terrifying as a chimpanzee because, chimpanzees can kind of go off. And if you show any kind of fear, then the chimpanzee doesn't like that. So the guy goes, okay, this don't show any fear. Well, that's the last thing to say to somebody because then all you can do is be afraid of this thing. Why did he say that? What's this chimp going to do? But that Tarzan sketch was funny too. And I watched the two of them having to work with those chimps. Very funny stuff.
Mm-hmm. My favorite are that one that it became legendary, the one where David and Jim are doing Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it David and Jim or was it? Yes, it was. I thought it was Ethel, but I guess you're right. It was David who was Frankenstein.
Yeah, he was the scientist, and Jim was Igor. And that one was so funny. It became legendary. It's like one of those ones that whenever they show like retrospective or something, that's the one that pops up the most. I love the one where you're a robot. You're like a Jewish housewife robot.
Do I remember that one?
Yeah, you're like explaining what a robot is in a robot voice, but with like a hint of like Jewish housewife, and you got the apron on and everything. And then the more you describe it, the more angry you get at your husband.
That's one that has passed from my memory. I like Goldilocks. Goldilocks was fun. I liked that was a good one. And then David Sperry and I did Durham, where he was a detective.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good one. And another one was where I was a mild-mannered geography teacher, but I was really a spy. So that was another fun one to do. I did both of those with David Sperry.
Wow. Do you remember the Venus flytrap one?
Yes, I do, because that was another one where the puppeteer was right there.
I love that one. And Jim does not remember that one, he told me.
I think there were two Venus flytrap ones, because I think I did one where I played a girl, and was at my Venus flytrap, and then there was another that we used that maybe.
Yeah, the romantic dinner one.
Romantic dinner, yes.
That's the one I love, yeah.
Well, I haven't seen these for years. I wish that there was a place where we could all go and watch them again, because they were really fun to do.
Well, they do have clips of sketches on YouTube.
Yeah, a few of them, yeah.
And of course, you remember the parachute one because you sent me the picture.
Only because Josh Wise was the director of our director at the time. He posted that on my Facebook page for my birthday. Otherwise, I would have never remembered. But we were flying. They just fly us up there. And we had to do something like trapeze and stuff. That was David, I think, again. But yeah.
Yeah, Jim doing those bad puns.
Oh yeah.
That girl group Betty, they had a difficult job. They had to write a song for every episode.
No, they were really talented, Betty. And when we didn't get to know them all that well because they shot them at a different time that they shot us.
Mm-hmm.
They were great. They were very talented.
They're still out there too, and I'm going to reach out to them eventually.
Ah, really? That's great to know that they're still out there.
Yep. And they still look the same too.
That's even better.
Yeah.
I wish I looked the same.
Oh,
it's been a while, actually. Yeah.
Oh, I have a confession to make. I always thought that you were hot in the intro to the show.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We shot that intro of the show when it was 95 degrees. I'll never forget it. It was so hot outside. So I was literally hot on that day. Her makeup was melting when we were doing those intros.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, you got that '80s orange shirt and that Walkman.
Oh yes, yeah. And I used to perm my hair. No longer. Now I have straight hair, but for that, Encyclopedia, it was always curled. I remember that.
Were you disappointed when the show was over, though?
Yes, I was really disappointed when the show was over. And there were some hints that it might go on, that we might do more, and that never happened.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. So, what did you do afterwards?
Well, so afterwards, I did a variety of things. You know, as I said, I did some commercials, and I did a few small roles and some television things that I can't even recall right now. But what I did was I began teaching improv with real earnest. And I also began to do more corporate work because I was contacted by people so many times at CCL saying, can you help us to do, can you help our people to do what you do? Not that they wanted to do improv, but they wanted they wanted to do teamwork, they wanted to do creative thinking, they wanted to perform with more confidence, to give presentations. So what I began to do at that time was to focus more on doing corporate work, but also I could make a little bit of money doing that.
Yeah.
The money doing comedy, as you know. I started to use improvisational techniques to help corporate people improve their performances when they had to make a presentation. So I became basically like a speech coach. And I also did a lot of corporate shows where I would hire the actors and direct or write the script. So for a long time, I did that kind of work. Also, always teaching improv in New York City while I was doing that. But now I'm doing something that I really have a heart for. I really feel like I was born to do this, if you can understand that feeling. It's kind of my own response to Trump. Because people are not talking to one another. People are really divided in this country, and it's really hard to talk to anybody who has a different point of view. And not that you always have to, but sometimes you do, like when you're in your family or when you're working with somebody. So I started this thing that I call the Project Connect, and I am using improvisational exercises. I do these workshops where I bring people from the community together, like I did community groups, some nonprofit organizations, anybody in a community situation, actually corporate situations also, where I bring them together and I put them through like a 3-hour workshop where we do improv exercises and everybody's laughing the whole time. But meanwhile, what they're discovering is how to find common ground and what common ground does for you in terms of helping you to connect with one another. Because connection, our brains are hardwired to connect.
Yeah.
But basically connection is a choice. You choose to connect with people or not to. So I'm pushing this out there, and I'm creating a website right now, and I really think that anybody who's using improvisational techniques to help people connect and communicate better can be a part of the Project Connect. In other words, I don't have to own this. And as it grows, I really want to push it out there to more improv people to be able to be a part of the Project Connect. And all that would mean is that you want to help people to really connect and communicate more effectively with one another by finding common ground and having fun. So these workshops are a riot. They're really a lot of fun. The end game is that people walk away knowing why connection is important and what they need to do to connect with one another.
Wow. So so it's all about bringing people together even if they disagree.
Yes, being able to talk to somebody when there is a disagreement, be it political or any other kind of disagreement. Because that's really the interesting thing about life is if you hang out with only people who have like minds with you, eventually you're going to run out of things to talk about. It's more interesting when there's diversity. As a matter of fact, we are much more creative when the group that we're creating with is diverse. And that diversity could be cultural diversity, ethnic diversity, political diversity, religious diversity. It doesn't matter because you learn so much from talking to people who are different than you. And so using improv can help people really work and communicate and connect with each other. And then anything can happen.
And they also run out of room to grow, too.
Yes, they run out of room to grow. And that's a really important aspect of it, to keep growing, to keep learning, to keep giving, to always be grateful. For some of those things, to really make connections, you have to have a generosity of spirit. So I hope in the workshops are about having that generosity of spirit, which you need in order to make any real connection. So I'm still using improv, even though I'm starting to do lectures. So I guess you could say I'm still performing in that regard. But I have giving myself out to talk about this and what connection really means, and using improvisation and having to be an interactive presentation to people.
Mm-hmm. Do any of these people that you teach, do they ever come up to you because they recognize you from Encyclopedia?
No, Encyclopedia has been gone for so long. After it first was on the air, for the first maybe 5 years after it was on the air, people would come recognize me. But I haven't been recognized for Encyclopedia for a very long time.
Wow.
No, come up to me and said, "Hey, weren't you Mama Chipmunk?"
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. I think it started that 1985 and 86. That's when the Encyclopedia was shot, right?
Yeah.
So look at how long that is.
It was airing like in 89, 90. I remember.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, at its peak.
Okay, so, that's in 90, that's still, 20 years?
30 years.
30 years?
Yeah.
I'm wishful thinking, 20 years, yes. How can it be 30 years when I'm only 27? Yes, I avoid anything that makes me feel older. Actually, I don't feel older, even though I may look it. I still have that. Improv keeps you young, I will say that.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah.
I did improv games when I was in high school and stuff, and I was like, God, this is hard. Now that I'm older, I actually think I want to give it another chance.
Oh, well, if you come to New York, you look me up, and I only teach once a month in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I teach a class trip providers. It's a 4-hour intensive. Those of you who are listening who are in New York, it's a 4-hour intensive that I teach once a month. As a matter of fact, I'm teaching it. My next class is September 14th, and you can find me on Course Horse or look me up. To talk to anyone who's interested in taking the class.
I haven't been to New York, but if I ever do, which I plan on doing someday, then yes, I will look you up.
Yes, definitely. Definitely look me up, yeah. Do you know Judy Nazamet or any of the crew in Los Angeles? She was with Chicago City Limits, and now she lives in L.A. and does Improv in L.A. a lot with the people there.
What's her name?
Judy Nazamet.
Judy Nazamet. I don't think so.
Oh, well, she's a wonderful person and wonderful improviser. And you could do an interview with her. She has done a million jobs. She works with those guys. She's good. Check her out, definitely.
Okay, I'll check her out. So there's a game that I like to play with guests, and how this works is I ask you a question, you answer it, then you ask me, and I answer it, and it's quirky slumber party questions.
Okay, I ask you the same question, or I ask you a different question?
The same question.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Carol, are you ticklish?
No. Are you ticklish?
I am very ticklish.
Okay.
Is your belly button an innie or an outie?
It's an innie. It's definitely an innie. And what about you? What is your belly button like?
I have a very deep innie.
Yes, I have a deep innie too. And therefore, here we have found common ground.
What color are your toes painted?
They are painted pink at the moment, but I am about to go and have them redone, and I think I'm going to get them done in a nice shade of blue, because we're heading into the fall now.
Mm-hmm.
And are your toenails painted?
They're not painted at the moment, but I will be painting them before I go to LA in a couple of weeks.
All right. What color?
I haven't decided yet, but I want something really elaborate and nice to celebrate end of summer.
Yes, yeah. Well, a nice bright blue. But, they've got those pastels, which are nice, but now they've got those vibrant colors, Dago colors, which always make a statement.
And my favorite question, is there a stinky smell that just makes you gag?
Oh my God, there are many sticky smells that make me gag. Where do I start? I used to work in a nursing home, and the smell of decaying flesh. If somebody had that's the worst smell in the world. And my dog, when he rolls in a dead animal, it's that smell. It's that decaying flesh smell. My dog will roll in a dead animal and think that he is the best thing in the world. And that smell, it has to be the worst smell in the world. I smelled it with a guy whose toes are falling off because unfortunately he had a necropathy on his toes. But if you have a dog that rolls in a dead animal, that's the worst stinkiest smell in the world. I can put up with farts. I don't mind farts. A good fart, you go, what they have for dinner. But that, forget about it. That's the worst. What about you? What stinky smell do you hate?
Yeah, I don't like farts, and I don't like stinky feet. So I had pretty bad athlete's foot for 6 months after I got out of the hospital.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's probably because you weren't using them that much.
Well, that, and plus, I didn't give the nurses a good reason to like me the last month or so I was there. I was very cranky from the medication and stuff, so they didn't change my socks or go near me very much.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. I understand. Yes, those kinds of things can make one cranky.
Yeah. Well, Carol, you are so awesome, and you were a great guest today.
Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting you, and I hope that one day we can meet face to face. But thanks for taking the time to talk to me about Encyclopedia. I'm thrilled that you loved it.
Oh, I would love to meet you face to face too, and you could add me as a friend on Facebook if you'd like.
I will. I'll do that, and then we can stay connected. That would be really great. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tommy. You are the best, and I hope that your body is healed and you'll be out doing more stand-up.
Oh, thank you so much, Carol. I really hope so, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Carol Schindler. Ain't she a sweetheart? Yes, she is. I like her a lot. Great stories, great humor, great all-around lady. I really enjoyed her. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.